Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you're all doing well. Guess what I've got on my desk? Today we're playing with flower fairies and I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to get stuck in. Now, I kind of have a plan as to what I want to make today, but it is very much a craft with me because I've got various things on my desk and I just basically want to make some random ephemera for my fairy journals. So let's just see how much we get done and what becomes of these beautiful fairies, shall we? So let's dive in with something that I think will be fairly easy. So I made up these envelopes from some single-sided scrapbook paper. It's just paper thickness, it's not card. And I thought, you know, colours-wise, these very much said flower fairies, but I wanted to decorate them up a little bit more. Now, I don't know what I'm going to have inside of them. Obviously, there'll be, you know, a usable pocket here, and then I would stick the whole thing down as a pocket in the journals. But I felt like they needed more. And this one, for example, these were my first time making envelopes, you know, myself. I don't have a punch board or anything. And as you can see here, I've got this crease. So I kind of want to hide that where I just got the folds wrong. But, you know, as always with this stuff, we can fix things up and do what we like. So let's just dive in and see what we can do. So I've got this scrappy piece. This is some music sheet, lace and sequins. I thought potentially we might be able to use this to hide up that crease as it goes along there. And then maybe we could have something in the middle just to finish that off. Maybe something on the lip, you know, the flap. So shall we just, yeah, get a move on and see what becomes of today. So I'm going to stick this down first. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to glue the envelope and then I can just cut off whatever I don't need. I love making these up in bulk. I will do a bit more of a video on these soon because they're such a useful thing to just have lying around for when you need to fix things up or add some embellishments and stuff, so it's worth thinking about. So let's just pop that on. Might need to go in with some extra glue, but sorry, just rooting around for my fabric scissors. Let's just, I shall go the other way and then I can see what I'm doing. It's absolutely freezing today. It was snowing yesterday. I am filming ahead, so if that doesn't make sense to you right now, it does today. So yeah, it was, should I keep that bit? I'll just pop it there and that might come in useful for something later. Yeah, it was snowing yesterday. We've gone back to sunshine, but it is still pretty cold. Considering we had a heat wave last week, it is a strange phenomenon. Right. So we have this. Now I don't want to glue the top bit because I did think that that could help keep the flap down, maybe. Something like that. Just checking I've got you in because I've moved the camera up so you can see more of my desk and I have to get used to where we are. So I've got various snippety things here. I do feel like it might need something in the middle. Let's see what we've got. We could put a heart. Quite like the clock. Does it say flower fairies? Clocks? Let's just have a root around. So I got various things out in front of me because I wasn't sure what I was going to want, you know. I don't think it wants anything else on the bottom bit if we're going to have that. I do quite like that though. see. So yeah, I just got a bunch of things out and I just thought I would see what becomes of them, you know, because I enjoy videos like this where, you know, they have a vague plan, but maybe they're not entirely sure what they're going to do. And it's just interesting to see the, like how people get thought process wise, you know. What else have I got? Got plenty of butterflies. Ooh, I've got some words here somewhere. Let me just have a root around. What have I got? Peaceful, blissful, springtime, sunshine, stay positive. I think these words are from an Auntie May's freebie. Ooh, sorry, just knocking everything over. Maybe springtime, because I imagine this one will go in the pink journal, which has a sort of a slight spring feel to it. So that's quite cute, isn't it? So we either have this or we have one of these clocks or hearts in the middle, which I do like. Do I prefer this? I think I prefer that. So I'm going to go with that. So I've got my inks. I think I'm going to have to use Fabri-Tac for some of this, or the beacon I should say, because that's obviously got lace on the strip across the bottom. So I've got this new tacky glue, Aleen's. I'm not sure, it came in this sort of sample pack, so I thought, because I've been having so much trouble with the other one, where I'm coming to the end of it, you see, so I figured I'll try this, and oh, I need to ink that. Yeah, I'll try this one just to give it a go. It's the, does it say fast grab tacky glue? Because I have no patience to wait around for glue to dry. But of course it's my first time using it, so I'm hoping it will be as good as the tacky glue I've enjoyed using, which is the Anita's tacky glue, which you've seen me use a lot. Okay. I enjoyed making those envelopes. I think I followed a tutorial from G Kerr to make them, and they were so super simple. Of course I didn't do it on video because it was my first time doing them, so I thought let me try and have a practice. But yeah, they were dead easy. So if I remember, I will link the video because it was very helpful, and she didn't use like a punch board or anything. It was very much just, you know, she just folded it in a certain way, and that was that. It's very, very good tutorial. Yeah, does that say springtime? Because they look like blossoms, don't they? Those ones. Let's see if I can get in with a bit more glue here. Oops. Alright, just the concentration it takes for me to glue and not glue the whole piece, you know. There we go. How's that? That's quite cute, isn't it? Oh, oh no, I've glued the flap shut. Okay, I'll leave that for a bit before poking that in again. Obviously I went up with the Fabri-Tac a bit high, but you know, eventually that will be like that on a page. A pocket within a pocket, so we'll, you know, stuff some stuff in there. So yeah, I think that's well cute. It does mean we lose the back of this just there, but that's really pretty. So I'm gonna have to, I have a letter rack on my desk, and when I'm finishing pieces I'm putting them there so I know where they are, I don't lose them. Right, so that's one. This is the purple one. Now this one I actually got right. This was the second one I did, so I don't have an issue with yeah, I don't have an issue with anything. This was for the purple journal. I don't know, I keep looking that up. I was thinking we need something to keep the flap down. So obviously that one's got the music scrappy bit. This could have the clock. I'm just trying to decide whether that goes with flower fairies. So I'll see what else I've got. So I've got some more words and some more butterflies and things. Just see. No, I prefer the clock. Goodness me, I'm all fingers and thumbs today. And then we could probably do the same thing where we've got a butterfly on the top and a word. You won't reinvent the wheel. Well, I think I was watching Tanya the other day who said she hates that phrase. So Tanya, if you're watching, sorry. Now, have I got another butterfly? I do. I've got a white one. Is that white or is that blue? No, I want a white one. I had a white one somewhere. That's the only trouble with getting a few bits out is you lose them. Ah, here it is. I've got this white one. So if we had that, I feel like it's too top heavy now. Maybe it's the size of the butterfly. Oops. Oh goodness. I'm just chucking everything at myself today. Could do with a small butterfly. I don't think I've got any cut out. Let me root around in my butterfly drawer. I don't think I have any like diddy butterflies apart from maybe this one. It's my, let me just quickly cut this out. So yeah, it's one of those videos where because I'm just simply working with what I've got and, you know, doing my best to make something, it will be a little bit scatty, but that's just how I craft. That is just how I craft on a normal day is, you know, I start with something and then suddenly I'm onto something else, and my brain works quite quickly. So if it is a bit scatty and all over the place, I apologise. That's just me. That is just who I am. But yeah. So I haven't really got any news to tell you, I'm afraid. I haven't really done much apart from just working and, well, as you've seen, or you might have seen, organising my craft room. Now, I like that. I wonder whether we could do with some kind of like a fabric under there, like a cheesecloth or something. I'm just going to have a look to see if I can find anything. 2 secs. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to go with the similar to the first one, oops, where I'm going to have this snippety thing across. I found some more, so I just felt like I was putting on things onto this purple paper and they were just kind of getting lost a bit, which was which was a shame, I think, because it's such a bright background. And so then I thought, well, let's go with this because I did quite like it on the first one. I just felt like, yeah, it just gave it a little bit more interest on the front, so I think that will be good. So I'll just trim that off. Oop. And I'm going to go with that clock in the middle because I didn't have any flowers that were like jumping out. As I say, a lot of them were blending into the background. So I'm going to go with the clock instead, like that, and then have the butterfly and the word. So we got there in the end. As I say, I can have all of these beautiful pieces on my desk and I'll still be looking for something else. So with this, I'm going to just glue the bottom section because I want this to be the bit that keeps the flap down. So I'm basically just gluing the bottom, like, I don't know, third. Like that. And then that's this clock is on some cardstock, so it's you know, it's enough to just keep that flap down. There we go. That looks cute in the middle, I think. Hopefully that's got enough glue on. I can always do more gluing later if needs be. So this will be 2 pieces, which is a start. I'm not sure, as always, I'm not sure how much we will actually get done. It's just like, I don't know. I always seem so much slower than what I realise. I don't know. But no matter. This crafting business is fun, isn't it? And I'll just do as much as I can do in the time that we've got. I've got some cards over here which I'll show you shortly, and I've splattered gold paint on them, and I'm hoping that they're dry. So I did it, you know, only just before the video, so they might not be, but that would be good to get that done as well if we can. Okay. Yeah, that is very fast tacky glue. I'm pleased with that one. There you go. So that's item number 2. So I'll just pop that over there. Right, what should we do next? Ooh. So I've got this. So this is it's from a thank you card, as you might have guessed, from the front. And it's got a shaker aspect to it, where it's got all these like sequins in. I thought this could be like fairy dust. So as you can see, I've got some I've got some gold paint on there as well. So I thought we would start by stenciling the white part, so it's not quite so stark white. I don't want to tone it down too much, but just enough. And of course, where we've got the gold splattering, we should probably cover that up. Okay, right. I've got my trusty Tim Holtz stencil. Oh, might have done that a bit much. Oh, I don't mind actually. I don't want to do it too dark, so we'll just go around as best we can. That seemed to take the ink quite well. I think maybe it's a linen card is what it feels like, so maybe yeah, maybe it's just taken that a bit more than I thought it would. No matter. Oh yes. That looks very fun, doesn't it? So that's done with the stencil. Just pop that to one side so I'm not rifling around in my drawers too much. So for this, what did I want to do? I want to put a fairy on it. So just got to, I think a lot of my fairies are quite big because they're from the treasury. So then I thought maybe a sitting fairy, and where is it? I've got a word somewhere that had like wish on it. There we go. Because the idea, you know, fairy dust, make a wish type of a thing. And because I want to cover up where it says thank you. That's obviously not big enough. So the other idea I have is to make like a book plate with some of my scraps, which I do have some pink scraps on my desk, as as to be expected, because there is pink in there, but it's like a dark pink. So have I got a dark pink scrap without losing them all? Let me just have a little look-see. I've got this offcut. Well, that's quite nice. Is that with this cover up? That could. So if we cut this one, I just want to see how it would look with the word wish on it, and then maybe some brads. Ideally, I think I would prefer it to say make a wish, but I don't think I've got that. I might have wishes rather than just wish. I've got magic. I want quite a big word, I think, just because it's quite a big piece and I like the gold on there, so it might be that that's the one we have to go for, but I'm just having a root around in my words just to see if there is something that would work instead. Might have to be that one. I've got one here, birthday wishes. Now if I cut out the wishes section, let's just see if size wise that works. It's quite big. It's got quite playful text actually. Let me just trim it down and we'll just see. Now we could just have that without the book plate idea. What do you think? Do we want just wishes or wish? Yeah, I think maybe this. So my idea for this, beside it being a fun shaker, is the journal card, because it is blank on the back. Just have a look to see whether we want to add in anything behind that word, like a bit of lace or something, just to make it pop even more. Maybe. Could have a butterfly as well, peeking out. Don't mind it. I'm thinking. I'm wondering whether the lace needs to be a bit bigger so that you can see it on all sides of the sides. Let's see. Let's just cut the end off this one. So we're not doing too badly. As I say, I would just be doing this on my own, so I figured just pop the camera on and hang out at the same time. That's quite cute, isn't it? The only thing is that I'm obviously going to want to slip this into a pocket or like a side tuck or something. So then I'm thinking, will that get in the way? Being quite, you know, the lace, having it stick up. So these are things we have to think about. Sometimes I forget. So I might just do that because I don't think the lace was really adding anything anyway. So yeah, let's go for it. So I think I'm happy with the shape of the word. So let's get those down. And then I could always do some stenciling on the back because it's just it's bright white on the back, which I don't mind. But I might tone it down with a bit of stenciling. But I can do that later. It's not a big job. And I wanted to use this fairy. I cut her out from obviously the Flower Fairies books, and I kind of liked the idea that she was like, I don't know. Can you see she's got like crossed fingers, like make a wish, and of course she's sort of, I don't know, picking up the you know, sort of, yeah, picking up the fairy dust. That's kind of what I was thinking. So, you know. But yeah, these greeting cards. My stepmom sent me this one. I did a show and tell Sunday video where she sent me a whole bunch of things, and yeah, this was in there. You know, just cut, as I say, just cut from a greeting card. As soon as I saw it, I thought, ah, perfect. That is definitely for the Flower Fairies. Let me just. So obviously, I want to hide the thank you, but I want it to look like that is supposed to be on there. And then I'm using the beacon because obviously I'm gluing it onto acetate, so I want to make sure it's definitely stuck down. And then pop our butterfly underneath, which is slightly hidden, but I just don't want the wings peeking out over the top because I think that would just look a bit funny. I'm wondering, yeah, don't know. I don't want to obviously cover the word wishes, but now I'm not sure now if it looks a bit silly having the butterfly peeking out from behind. I think it's fine. Ooh. I think that'll be okay. And then we will glue her down, and then that will be another piece done. As I say, I was thinking journal card for this one. So let's glue her. There is some gold splattering, but I don't mind. I might go over it with some more gold, I don't know. These flower fairies, they're very playful, so, you know, they've just been playing around in the paint. There we go. Cute. That's another piece done, so I'll just put that to one side. Right, now I would like to get these done. So these are the cards I was telling you about. I've splattered them with gold paint. So I just want to see, I think they're dry. So I am going to sew around these. So this is a music sheet backed onto scrapbook paper, and then I've gone over it with a napkin. This was sent to me in a Happy Mail. It had unicorns on it, but I just cut out the pieces that were more like, you know, it looked like magical. And I consider, you know, fairies to be magical type of beings. So I thought that would be a nice background, and then I thought I would spatter it with the gold, which I mean, I'm not very good at gold spattering. I've never done it before, or I've done it once before, so I'm still learning. But obviously we're going to decorate them up. Now I do need to stitch around the outside, so I do need to bear that in mind with what we're going to put on them. So what are we doing? So for these, I definitely want to use the flower fairies. I've cut these are slightly smaller ones from the, you know, the little mini flower fairies books that you get. I'm just trying to decide, because I think the other fairies I've got, as lovely as they are, I think they're a bit too big. So possibly that. And then I did get some frames out. So what do we think to having a frame behind there? Sort of frame some of the gold spattering as well. Something like that. And then I thought, this is the almond blossom fairy, and I've got this word blossom cut from some other book, so I wondered, it's like a scroll or something, and I thought, could we maybe tuck that around, because she's looking up, so I figured, you know, sort of that type of a thing. So that's a possibility. I've got some words and butterflies. So obviously it already says blossom, so I don't need the name of the fairy on that one. Got some yellow there. I think these words are, if I didn't already mention, I think I did, just in case, they are from Artie Mays. Oops. I think they were a freebie actually, if memory serves. Now I feel like maybe we want something, I want to say that one is done, I'm pretty happy with that. I want something down here, and of course, you know me, I'm thinking butterfly. Let's see. I've got the name of the flower fairy, this one. We've already got a word though, so does it become like word overload? What if we Windflower. No, I think I prefer enchanting, especially with the like magical background. So I'm still liking that. Now, do I have any more butterflies? That is the question. And looking at it, I don't think I do. So I'm going to hit pause and I'm just going to cut out some more butterflies. Because yeah, I think I could do with, yeah, a couple of butterflies on this one, I think. So I'm just going to cut those out. Okay, I'm back. I just thought I would get the cards stuck down. So everything was as before. The only thing that I changed was on this one I added the word peaceful, and on this one we've got the butterfly here. So all that's left to do with these now is I'll just stitch around. So I've tried very hard to make sure I've left enough room for just a straight stitch or a small zigzag stitch. So these are beautiful, aren't they? I just love them. They came together so well. So that's another 2 pieces done. And for the final piece, I was given this trim, the same Happy Mail that I received. What did I receive? The napkin. Yeah, I thought this could be like some kind of a snippet strip or something, because I love this pattern for the flower fairies. So what I would like to do though is tone it down ever so slightly with a bit of white lace down the middle, and maybe even some eyelash trim. So let's just get this one down first. So normally I would look to stitch these, but yeah, I don't think, I could always stitch it later, but I don't think it's necessary. Whoops. I am going to do a video on snippet strips because I have a whole bunch of laces that I would like to actually use, and I thought they would be perfect for, you know, the snippety strip things. And this type of thing always comes in handy for just having on hand. You can use them as belly bands, you know, use them as is, as decoration, or you can snip into them. So you'll probably see what I mean once we do this one. Okay, that's that. Oops. And then I thought possibly, because it's flower fairies and we love a bit of extra sparkle, especially with flower fairies, might want to add some trim. So that's a white sparkly one, and obviously we've got this gold. I think we'll go with the white, or it's cream actually, but it's like an off-white, but it's got a bit of a hint of sparkle in it. So we just want a little bit more blue down the middle. And then I've just, whilst I had you on pause, I've just sorted through the bits that were on my desk. So I've got some kind of system going on now, which you can just about see. You know, I've got words in one area, I've got tickets, I've got fussy cuts, just to hopefully make this a little bit quicker, rather than me sort of going through a pile of things and not being able to see what I've got. So that's very pretty. I'll trim it down better in a moment. So let's get you all in. Alrighty then. So I've got various like ticket things to the right. They come from kits, they come from dies, I've got stamps, I've got all sorts. So let's just have a little peek at what we can achieve with all these bits then. Obviously I've got very much pink in mind because, you know, this is for the flower fairies. Oh, that looks gorgeous. All right, that's one. So I'll probably, yeah, we'll just get going. We'll do them all and see how we go. I do want them to be slightly different in case this does get, you know, I might not snip into it. I might use it as a belly band. So I think I'll leave a gap in between each one. Probably want a little bit more there. Perfect. So possibly a word for this one. Maybe a flower. This is a great way to use up lots of like little bits that you've got. I want something small. Oops. I've got a Tim Holtz ticket, but that's the wrong colour, I think. It's a bit too dark for my liking, or for this particular one anyway. I've got a no. Let's see what it would be like with a word on it. Yes, I like that. Just could do with one more thing. I'm just going to see what it would be like with, could have a couple of clocks, maybe. I've also got heart die cuts here as well. But yeah, it's the wrong tone, I think. I want something more along the white variety. I'm going to leave that one. I think I'm happy with it, but I can always come back to it. I think these might be a bit big. These are from the Cottage Rose kit from Nanine from Collage Type. I love them, but they might be a bit big. Yeah, I think it's a little bit big. I think I want to stick to small. Diddy, you know. I've got this one from, I think, oh goodness me, who is this one by? I think this is the Journal Boat. I don't have any more of those dies. I could really do with another one of that size. Let's see. But then I suppose I'm probably only going to get 3 on here. So let's stick with that for a moment. Or we've got, again from the Journal Boat, this might have been a freebie actually. There's one here with butterflies and flowers, which I think goes quite nicely with that. So I'm just thinking, for if I end up keeping this together, how would I like it to look as a whole piece, you know? So I'm thinking maybe a stamp to mirror this. Does mean we lose that butterfly there, or we could go this side. I want something smaller. I want Diddy. I want cute. Let's try this one. Ooh, it's slipping around. No, not feeling it. Right, let's go back to this one. Yes, I think I prefer that. I think I prefer the neutral in the background, and then the rest can, you know, come into the foreground. We could do another little butterfly. I think because of its size, it's a bit bigger, and I feel like it might need something else. So, possibly a word. Let's see what words we've got. We've used wish, so we don't want anything wishes. Not determined. We could use fairies, possibly. Stay positive that your wish is going to come true. It's probably a bit long. I think we want something Diddy. That's the word of today, isn't it? We want little. What about if I had that? Now I feel like this one wants a word because it feels like it doesn't have one now. But what do I have? I want small, you know, short. Let me see. Special. Just again, I'm just trying to, if this was to stay together, what would go? And I'm thinking special wish equals happiness. That is very much how my brain works, if you've ever wondered. Yes, or hope that your wish comes true and you get happiness. Right, tell you what, let's start sticking down what we're definitely sure about, and then, because inking it might even make a change, who knows. Oops. Keep getting myself caught on the eyelash trim, dragging it around the desk. Yeah, I'll definitely do a session on these, I think, because they're absolutely a joy to have. I mean, I just love looking at them. But they're also just really, really handy. You know, you can just snip into them. And I'm wondering, because I don't have a huge amount of space in my craft room. So for those of you who are joining me for the Sort It Out Saturday series, you'll already know this. I'm wondering actually whether to make a whole batch of these and hang them from a hook, like you would like a masterboard or something. And then I'm thinking, I don't know, could it be like, because I love looking at them, especially this one right now. And I'm thinking I could have them hanging up near my desk. So it's something pretty to look at until they get used. And because they would be, you know, right there on my desk, I wouldn't forget about them. What do you think? I think that's a great idea. If I do say so myself. Yeah, I'm just thinking maybe that would be very helpful. And then, as I say, I can just, you know, unhook them, bring them down and use them. I have to think about that one. Okay, that's that. Yes, I do think it needs a word now. But I think, again, I want short word. I'm thinking if I could just slip in hope. Yes, I think that will do nicely. So again, all my words are just cut from either greeting cards or books. Apart from some of them would be digitals, but generally speaking, you can get some really nice words, especially from greeting cards. I think I've probably said it before. I'm just dragging that down. There we go. So pretty. So it doesn't exactly say flower fairies. I mean, this could be used in any kind of a journal, to be honest. But I don't mind that really. Lots of fun to make. That is the time. Do that. Don't know, I'm hoping I'm leaving enough space in between each one. I feel like I'm going a little bit high, you know, in case I do want to snip into them, but I think it will be okay. Might even be able to add something at the bottom, but I don't know. I don't want to force it. Right, now what way does this go? That way. There we go. So yeah, I'd love to know, have you made snippet strips before? If you haven't, get on it. Great fun. And yeah, just a really cool item to have in your stash. Definitely. I've really enjoyed making these pieces today. I really have. It's been really, really, really fun. And I think they've come together quite nicely. I'm really, really happy with how the napkin cards came out, you know, with the frames and the fairies. But, yeah, they seem to come along very nicely. Okay. But yes, we'll make this the last piece. I may have to cut out or edit or, I don't know, something this video because it might be a little bit on the long side, but you know, it will just be the odd bit here and there. It won't be anything major. Just I was absolutely determined to get as many of those pieces done today as we could. I really wanted to. So to be quite honest with you, I didn't want to stop. There was one other thing that I wanted to get done, but yeah, we can do that another time. I think it was, I've got this. This came from a card magazine, and I thought, even though I think it was for Easter, it's sort of spring-like, and if we covered this, we've got Blossom on the back, look, have a fairy on there, and that could be like a little notebook or something. But I might have to tea dye the middle of it anyway because it's quite stark white. But yeah, we'll save that for another time because the time has gone very quickly, as it always does. Too much fun. Too much fun. Time flies when you're having fun. So we are going to hope that our wishes come true as granted by the fairies in order to have happiness. That is the story of why I've chosen these words. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. So I want to slip this in somewhere here. Don't know. Don't know whether to put it on top or underneath, which I realise I've glued it, so right. It's a good way of just covering up pieces on the stamp that you might not want to show, like if it doesn't make sense from, you know, having a country name on it or something. There we go, that came together fairly quickly. I'm happy with that, definitely. So let's corral these pieces out of the way. So as you can see, I have plenty more to make with to make snippets out of. So I'll just quickly trim this off. Fabulous. Just giving my trim a trim. I don't want too much fluff, just the right amount of fluff. But that's just me. Right. So yeah, that doesn't have to be for flower fairies. I mean, that could be for anything that I do. So there we go. So we've got our belly band snippet strip. So I mean, as I say, that could just go down on a page as so. Maybe back it with some book page or something for it to be a useful belly band. Or we can just snip into them like this, or like that, or this one at the bottom, and have them as decorations, embellishments for things. We've got our two decoupaged, fancied up cards. So as I say, I do need to sew around these, but I will do that later on today. And we have this, our wishes shaker. As I say, there is space to write on the back, so this is essentially a journal card. But I might do a little bit of stenciling, just as we've done on the front just there. So that's that one. And we have two envelopes, which I thought came out super cute, which we can stuff full of goodies and stick down on our page as a pocket itself. So I've got one for the pink journal, and one for the purple journal. I don't think we've done too badly, do you? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces in hopefully what will be less than an hour video by the time I edit it down. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with the fairies with me. I certainly have. And as always, I'll see you on the next video, which who knows what it will be. At this point, I haven't finished the lapbook folio yet, so it might be more on that, or it might be more flower fairies. Essentially, I don't know what I'm in the mood for, but I know that I'm in the mood to do more crafting. Why would I not be? So either way, I will see you next time, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Speak soon, everyone. Bye-bye for now.